it's a big night on the Prep Pigskin Report. It's the Week 12 edition, but the first week of the playoffs. Top seeds are resting while everyone else is playing to meet those top seeds. We will have highlights from 19 games, but we're also going to have a very special guest in studio, the fan vote winner. That's right, you the people, and you cast a lot of votes. Over 21,000 votes were cast in our fan vote, and I can't tell you what that means to everybody who works on the PPR and wears a red jacket. Your support is incredible. We will introduce that young man who will be joining the other 6 finalists on the 2017 podium inside the hangar bay of the USS Midway Museum. We'll do that tonight at 10:30. But right now we have a special guest as we start the Sports Wheel. Coach Troy Starr. Introduce Coach Paul
Van Nostrand.
Yeah, that's right.
Coach, every year there's grumblings about the playoff seeds. They were using the Cal Preps formula before the CIF used to seed them. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, it's really kind of just stuck in between it, although there is a little bit of the human element that does help it out, I think.
I think that's the thing that they're missing right now is the human element.
I think it could be a combination of both. I think they can rank the teams and have some people there. If a team wants to move up, like we talked about earlier, if a team is really having a good year and they're a Division II team and they want a chance to be in the Elite Eight there, they should have that opportunity to apply.
Coach, we have some video of the first encounter with the Titans, a high-scoring affair. Usually after a big high-scoring game like that, it goes the other way. It becomes a defensive encounter, or do you expect fireworks too?
I hope we're able to play a lot better, and we played well at times that first game, especially on offense. Defensively, we've been improving, and hopefully that tonight we'll play a lot better on defense. But they're a tough team.
Yeah, Coach, your record is 5-5, but you very easily could be 7-3, 8-2.
Right. Yeah, we've been in all close games with the exception of Cathedral. All the games, a lot of them come right down to the wire.
All right, Paul, I know you got to get to your team. Good luck tonight. We should mention you won that regular season encounter 42-41, correct?
And last year, it was just the opposite. We went up there and lost the first game and then went up there again in the playoffs and beat them. So we're well aware of that, watching out for that boomerang.
These two teams have history, and speaking of having history, that would bring in Mr. Buddy Holly himself. Rick Willis joins us from the North County. Take it away, Rick.
I forgot my glasses. I'll put them on for the next live shot. Yeah, that's right. Paul, our Tri-City Medical Center North County game of the week, Rancho Buena Vista taking on Santana. It's always strange to come out during the first week of playoffs, especially on Veterans Day. There was no school today. There's no JV game. So right now at almost 6 o'clock, this place is completely empty, but this is a Division III matchup. That would be number 6 RBV hosting number 11 Santana. I'm going to tell you, one guy on RBV, he's on the Silver Pigskin watch list for 2018, junior running back Dorian Richardson. He's run for more than 1,700 yards. I want to say 15 touchdowns for him as well. He's kind of the catalyst to their offense. I'll tell you what, that guy can play football, and I would not be surprised to see him start getting some offers from Division I colleges. Coming up a little bit later, we'll see what we have. We're still working on our 620 guest, but until then, you know who's going to entertain you now? That would be the heartthrob, Matt Gilson.
Thank you very much, Rick. Between the two of us, we've got Santee covered. You've got Santana, and I've got West Hills on the road. They're the number 11 seed in Division II, and they're playing tonight at Granite Hills in our East County game of the week. Now, of course, I am a West Hills grad, so I've got my eye on them, but let me tell you, I think it's going to be a long night on the lines for the Wolfpack. They're going to have a lot of big bodies to push around. Two of those big bodies, Garrett Curran and Will Burton, two of the biggest guys for Granite Hills. They're going to join us coming up right around 6:15. You'll get to hear from those guys, and so we'll have that and much more coming your way in the pre-PR and, of course, highlights later tonight. But right now, let's send it over to Allison Edmonds.
Here we go, Coach. Thank you so much, Matt. I'm out here at La Jolla High School where the Vikings are getting ready to take on the Mar Vista Mariners in the first round of the Division III playoffs. But right now, I am joined by head coach of La Jolla, Tyler Roach. Coach, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having me.
So this being your first year as head coach, how does it feel to be in the playoffs?
It feels great. Obviously, you set that goal preseason before the season kicks off, and taking over the program. The boys have really bought into the vision. It feels good to be here, and we're ready to roll.
And what do you think will be the biggest key in tonight's game in order to try and pick up this win tonight?
Just coming out hot. Obviously, a little interesting day with no school. So we got here a little earlier to get a little walkthrough, get the blood pumping, and we'll be ready to roll. We got to slow down their run game. They're a well-coached team, but I think we'll be fired up and ready to go.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you so much. Good luck out there tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And John Soderman, I will send it down to you in the South Bay.
All right, thank you so much, Allison. The South Bay playoff game tonight features Chula Vista 6-4, hosting Coronado at 3-7. An interesting situation because both head coaches have made it to the playoffs in their first years as head coaches, I should say, of their respective programs. So this should be a really good South Bay playoff game. And now we're going to toss it over to Madison Sinclair. How you doing, Maddie?
I'm great. I'm out here at Ramona for the 8-man championship between Julian and Calvin Christian, also the small school game of the week. I am with quarterback Shane Cranfield. Now, first of all, congratulations on making it to the 8-man championship.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So, secondly, how important is this game for you guys?
I mean, it means the world to me. We haven't won a championship in 16 years. And when I was a little kid, I made a promise that I'd bring a banner back to Julian, so really hope we can get that done tonight.
16 years, that's a long time. So what has this team been doing this week to prepare for this game?
I mean, our coach Munson, he's been preaching focus every day, knowing this is our last week of practice. We got to be focused in every minute, everything we do in practice, so we can get this done today.
Well, awesome. Thank you. And I'm also joined with star running back of the Eagles. His name is Ozzie Martinez. Now, Ozzie, I know that you have over 1,300 rushing yards for 17 touchdowns. How do you do it?
It's not how about I do it, it's how about we do it. My coaches make sure I'm prepared every week, and I have the best offensive line. They make sure I have the biggest gaps just to run through and just get to that end zone.
So with this being such a big game, what has Coach Munson's theme been this week?
Definitely intensity. He made sure we had that intensity coming into this week. We have a known problem of starting slow in the first half and ending up in the second half, just with everything. So we just got to start fast, start strong, and just keep it up.
Well, awesome. Good luck to both of you tonight in the championship game. We'll have more coming up soon. Paul, back to you.
Thank you, Maddie. With 2 Ds, we will talk about our Red Jacket Army. They will be out in force. Our 19 best crews are working this holiday weekend, and they will not only bring you the most comprehensive highlights you can find on the planet, they will also find that interesting sidebar story. We call them Hogcasts. We call them Hogcasts, and we upload them every Friday night. Sometimes as many as 35 every Friday night. It's a slice of San Diego high school football you might not otherwise see. Here's Victoria Moorhead. She has our Week 11 Best Hogcast.
Here at Cathedral Catholic High School with Bryson. Bryson, can you share your story with us?
Yeah, so basically I got diagnosed with a cancer called medulloblastoma. It's pretty rare. And basically, I showed up one day while I was sick. I showed up one day at school before one of the football games, and everyone was wearing red, and I was wearing white. And they all prayed for me, and my tumor started shrinking. And then I've been part of the football team ever since. And I played freshman year, so that was pretty cool. And being here is awesome. So thank you.
That is one of the most powerful feel-good stories the PPR has ever been associated with. Brian Dutcher's Aztecs will have another light tune-up tonight at Viejas as they host the Hawks of San Diego Christian. They spoke about it on Tuesday.
We'll pay San Diego Christian their respect, and we'll spend tomorrow getting ready for them. A lot of our breakdown drills are gauged toward Tuesday's game. So if we all of a sudden get upset on Friday, that will be due partly to what I'm doing right now with the team.
Coach Dutch, he does a good job of when it's time to be serious, when it's time to get work done. He does a good job of making that clear. If we want to move forward in the right way, we have to put our trust into the coaches and believe what they're saying and just have them lead the way, but at the same time, trying to do our best to be a player-driven team.
So concludes the 5 p.m. version of the KUSI News. The 6 o'clock version starts right after these short but important commercial words.